Hey guys, it's Ahmer here. So today I have some pretty awesome video game pickups. All of these were scored for pretty cheap. They were found at some local thrift stores near me and outdoor yard sales. So I'm just really excited to add all of these to the game collection. So let's go ahead and see what I got. So all of these items I actually found over the past weekend, and I saw all of these listed on Facebook Marketplace. They were under the yard sale advertising section. So I just went through several different yard sales that were posted, and I just drove around several neighborhoods kind of local to me. So I just went to any that I saw that had tons of video game items, or even some of the pictures that kind of resembled some video games or DVDs. I figured I would just stop by and see what they had. So a couple of those yard sales, they had advertised a bunch of Wii, like Nintendo Wii games. They had a system, one of the Wii Fit balance boards, and everything else. So I figured I would try and quickly swing over that way. Of course, by the time that I made it there, they were already just sold. Everything was kind of missing from what the pictures had originally displayed, so I'm not sure if someone else had already seen that or just driving by and they just snatched it up pretty quick. So I kind of struck out on that one, and I figured I would go by this other place where they had quite a few video games kind of in the background, and it was kind of limited. So of course I saw 4 games there for sale, and they actually had these listed for like $1 or so a piece. So I picked up this PlayStation 3 game. This is the greatest hits version of Mortal Kombat, and this is the complete edition. It includes 4 new additional characters and skins, and this is of course one of my favorite games. I love playing these Mortal Kombat style games, and just for $1 I figured I'd add it to the collection because I wasn't really sure if I already had this or if I've played it on the PlayStation 3 or if I played it back on the Xbox 360. So this one's pretty cool. This is a 3D compatible game, and I actually do have a 3D television in the game room. So this is definitely pretty sweet, and I'll have to try that one out. And then for another $1, they had this James Bond game. We have this 007 Quantum of Solace, and this is complete. It has this little code in here, and the games looked like they were in pretty good shape. So it says Bond is back, blending first-person shooting and third-person action. Quantum of Solace puts you in control of Bond's greatest weapon, his mind. Enter the ruthless world of international espionage through the single-player story, or test your secret agent skills across the globe with a variety of 12-player multiplayer modes. So I figured I would try this game out. I don't believe I have this in the collection. Last time I played a serious James Bond game was back on the original Xbox and on the PlayStation 2 era. I love that Nightfire game. I used to play with all of those different bots that you could play with, and I figured I'd try this one out. And then we have this Beowulf the game. So this one I never even heard of. Wonder exactly how it actually plays. And this one also looked like it was in pretty good shape. This one says, battle fierce enemies and slay giant monsters as you play through 30 years of Beowulf's life not seen in the movie. So this is pretty neat. And then we have this Velvet Assassin game. It says the unbreakable spirit of a real hero. So it has this female assassin on the front, and this actually looks like a pretty interesting style game. This one was also in really good shape. So I figured I'd add it to the collection and try it out and see if it's any good. And then I went to another few yard sales, and of course I just struck out. A lot of them didn't really seem to have any games in the area. And then I saw this one posted online, and I got pretty excited because I saw some good titles in here, and it was only a few minutes away from me, and it had just posted. So I figured I would quickly book it over there, see if I could make an offer on the entire lot of games. And of course I get there, and there's a gentleman looking through some of the games before me. So of course, he had picked up this Mario Kart Wii game for just a couple dollars, and he picked up the Wii Sports, and there was the Wii Sports Resort. So of course, he had found some of the better titles and got to them before I could even get a chance. He might have even picked up a few other games, but I was still kind of excited because there are tons of other games in here that I just didn't have, and a lot of these were all scored for a good deal. So I picked up this Wii remote as I needed another one in the collection. Not sure what happened to a lot of my Wiimotes. Not sure if I have them kind of packed or tucked away, but this one actually came fully complete with this little motion sensor plus attachment on here. So this is pretty cool. It has this rubber casing for it as well, and the Wiimote, and it looked like it was in fairly decent shape. So I'm just pretty excited that I found this for just a couple dollars. And then we found all of these games here. So we'll start out with some of the Xbox 360 games. So here I have this Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. So this was actually a neat little game that I started playing a while back, and I'm not sure if I have it on this particular system, but I remember playing this and it was actually pretty fun. So this one is pretty neat to have in the collection now. And then on to this Dead Island. This is the special edition. So of course this is a zombie style game. It says fight every day as if it were your last. This tropical island has been struck by relentless zombie outbreak and you're caught in the midst of it. So this one is complete with this little instruction manual, and it has the game disc. I don't believe I have this particular copy of the game, this little special edition. So this is pretty cool to add to the collection, as I have played several of these games and they're all pretty fun. Then some Battlefield 3. This is a bestseller, Platinum Hits awarded. And this one's pretty cool. I saw that it had all of this information here, and then it had a couple discs in here. So it says Disc 2 single player campaign, and then it has this first disc for multiplayer and co-op. So this is pretty neat. Anytime that I find several discs in a game, I always pick it up, as sometimes they have some extra bonus content on them. And then this copy of Gears of War. So this is only on the Xbox 360. I loved playing these games back in the day. I played quite a few of them. They were always so much fun. They're some of my favorites on the system. And I'm not sure if I have the Steelbook version or a regular case of this game, so I figured I'd pick it up. And then some NHL 07. So we have a hockey game. So this one also comes with the manual. And this is another sports game. Then some Call of Duty Ghosts. So this one also has some little pamphlets in here. And it says a changed world, redefined multiplayer, and all new squads mode. So this one I don't believe is one of the better games. Not sure if I actually played that one in particular. Then this Madden 25 from 1989 to 2014. So this even says better with Kinect sensor. So I had to add this one as well. And then this Walking Dead game. This is Survival Instinct. Not really too sure how this one plays. This is more of one of those survival style games. I'm not sure if it's anything like the TV show or the comic or anything, but this one actually looks pretty interesting, and I figured I'd try it out. And then some more, we have this Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So of course this is a great series, very fun. I really enjoy playing through some of these Assassin's Creed games, and I just figured this whole lot would be way cheaper just to make an offer instead of just picking out certain games. And then this one, I don't know anything about this game, but it says right here Sega. So this is Anarchy Reigns, and this one has some pretty crazy looking characters on it. It says Fight to the Death, Survival of the Fittest, Single Player Mode, and Multiplayer Mayhem. So it looks like there's about 16 players or so, each with their own unique style, weapon, and signature kill move. So this one actually looks like a really fun game. This is also complete, and it just looks really cool. So I'm trying to get more of these Sega games in the collection, especially for the Nintendo Wii and now for this Xbox 360. So I can't wait to try this game out, and hopefully it's some fun. And then on to Dead Rising. So this is another one of those zombie style games. This one looks pretty intense. It says, chop till you drop. You are Frank West, a hard-edged photojournalist investigating a mystery at the mall. It's swarming with zombies, and you have 72 hours. Anything and everything is a weapon. So I think I did play this when it first came out on one of the systems, and I remember creating some pretty crazy looking weapons in here, and it was actually a lot of fun. There was just so many zombies, so it'll be great to go back and revisit this game. Then on to this Game of the Year edition, we have this Fallout 3. Platinum Hits Bestseller awarded. So this one is pretty sweet, as it has a couple discs in here and this little pamphlet. This one says disc 1 and then it says disc 2. Doesn't really say what they are. And then on to this. So this is a 2-pack. So here we have this Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures, and Kung Fu Panda. So this one is pretty sweet, and it comes with the discs. Then on to some Star Wars. We have this Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Haven't really played this game. I think I stopped on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox era with a lot of these Star Wars games, so I'm not sure how this one actually plays. It says unleash epic force powers and devastating combos. Discover the untold story of Darth Vader's secret apprentice set between episodes 3 and 4. Lifelike reactions from characters and environments that are different every time you play. So this one actually looks pretty interesting. And then on to a couple more games here. So these are just those generic cases from GameStop. This one is actually Marvel vs. Capcom, Fate of Two Worlds. And this is just disc only. And then Street Fighter vs. Tekken. So right here, this one is also just disc only. So I'm not sure what could have happened with those cases, or if they just bought them like this from GameStop. And then I saw that there was this game. Of course, it's missing the game disc. So this is Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. This is one of my favorite games too. I really enjoy playing through a lot of these Mortal Kombat style games. And maybe if I find a loose disc, I'll be able to complete that. And then I saw some other just disc only games. This is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. And then on to this Minecraft game for the Xbox 360. And then some more Call of Duty Ghosts. So it looks like we already have that one in the stack. And then another copy of Gears of War for the Xbox 360. This one is just the manual and the disc. And then on to this newer style game. This was also in the box for just $1 or so. This is Grand Theft Auto 5. So here we have this Xbox One version. Has this little pamphlet in here as well, and the game disc. Everything appears to be in pretty good order. And then several of these Wii games. So there were some that were still left. So here I have this copy of Super Mario Brothers. Of course it has this little Minecraft sticker on it. And this is for the Wii. And this one is actually missing the game disc, so this one was just kind of thrown in. It has this really thick manual in here with a lot of information. I believe I already have this game in the collection, but I figured I wouldn't pass up on this as I didn't want it to be thrown out. And then on to some Shaun White skateboarding. So this says Transform Your World. So I remember playing this back in the day. This was a lot different than the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. And you could change streets into half pipes, morph buildings into ramps, and extend rails for endless grinds, alone or with friends, in the only game that gives you the power to shape, create, and ride the ultimate skate park. So, not really too sure about this one, but I really enjoyed a lot of the other skateboarding style games back around this time. Then some Just Dance 3. This is another game that I can actually add to that workout that I'll be doing. And then some Just Dance 4. So this is another one. This one says brings the ultimate party. So this one is also complete as well. And then this game right here, we have this Donkey Kong Country Returns. So this one was another great game on the Nintendo Wii. I figured I would add this one to the collection, as I'm not sure if I already own this one. So I figured it was such a great deal, I had to pick it up. And then this right here is just the Wii Sports little pamphlet. So I'm not sure if I have a loose copy of that floating around here. And then just some of these manuals. We have this Disney Epic Mickey, this Birthday Party Bash, and those are just manuals only. And then a couple of these game discs. So here we have The Price is Right for the Nintendo Wii, American Idol Encore 2 for the Nintendo Wii, and then this Wii Fit game for the Wii. So I'm not sure if I have the Wii Fit Plus or this first one in the set. So that was everything in this box. And then on to this last stack of games here and the items in this bag. These were all actually found at this pretty awesome thrift store near me. Every single time I go in there, I find some pretty awesome items that I just need in the collection. It's called Kia's Corner, and it's not very far away. And this is actually in Maryland as well. It's this really cool community-style thrift store where they have tons of items. They literally have something for the entire family, and they really do have so much stuff in there. It's just really great, and everyone is just always so friendly. And I'll have to get some footage next time I stop in there, as they literally have thousands of VHS tapes, DVDs, tons of video games, just tons of toys. They have home items, they have glassware, they just have so many different clothes and everything else. So it's just a really cool place, and everyone is always so nice each time I go in there. So all of these games I actually found there, and I'm really excited to add quite a few of these to the collection. So this one stood out. This is a PlayStation 1 game. This is Rugrats Search for Reptar. So this is a Nickelodeon game. It's the greatest hits version, but this is such a classic game that I remember playing and seeing a lot of my friends actually have. So I figured all of these games were such great prices that I would add it to the collection and just have it in the collection. Then on to this Nintendo GameCube game. It's not very often that you see these games. So this one actually has this Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004, and this is a 2-disc game. So this one is pretty great for the collection. Then on to this Nintendo Wii game. We have this Resident Evil 4, and this is the Wii edition. So this one also comes with the manual and the game disc. It's all in very good shape, and this also had a pretty good deal with it as well. And then some Legend of Zelda. We have Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii, Become a Legend, the biggest Zelda adventure of all time. So this was another great game, and this one also came with all of the pamphlets that would be included, talking about if you like this game, then you'll like Kirby's Return to Dreamland and some other Zelda titles. And then it has the manual right here with the game disc. So I had to add this one to the collection as well. And then some Just Dance. So this will go along great with some of the other Just Dance games that I picked up. And this one is Just Dance 2. So eventually, when I start trying out some of these Just Dance titles for my workouts, I will have all of them so I can start from the beginning. And then on to this Julia Michaels. This is the Fitness Ultimatum 2010. So what have you done today? Get ready to go one-on-one with world-renowned fitness trainer Julia Michaels. So this one has tons of different workouts in here. This is more geared towards the Nintendo Wii with the Wii Fit balance board. So I figured I would add this workout game to the collection, as I think I actually have one of these sealed. So I didn't want to open up my sealed copy, so I figured I would just add that one. Then some more fitness games. So this is the Family Party Fitness Fun. So this one looks like it has 30 fitness fun games made for kids, 4-player fun, 30 awesome active games, Wii Balance Board multiplayer. So this one is multiplayer involved, and this one also uses the Wii Balance Board. So I figured this one would be great for the workouts as well, and maybe switch some things up. And then I saw this section of all of these PlayStation 2 games. So this one, or a lot of these I did not have in the collection. This is Phantom Brave. So not really too sure about this game, but it had the disc in it. Imagination knows no limit. It says newly designed grid-free battle system allows even more freedom. Create and train your own characters, pick up your friends or enemy, and throw them out of bounds. Over 400 different skills and magic spells. New fighting technique confined. So this actually looks pretty neat. I haven't seen it before, don't have it in the collection, and it was such a great price I had to pick it up. And then this Oni game. So here we have this one. This has this pretty cool reflective cover art on it made by Rockstar, and it comes complete with the manual in here as well. It's a pretty thick manual, and it has the game disc. And then on to the Summoner game. This is 2 for the PlayStation 2. So this one is also complete with this really thick manual and the game disc. It says fulfill your destiny. So this one looks pretty cool. And then on to these hack games. So these I have not been able to find for great deals until now. So I figured I would pick up this hack infection game. And this one is pretty cool because it comes with both discs in here. You have part 1 and this volume 1. And we even have this little registration card in here and the manual for the game. So this is pretty much complete. So this is pretty sweet. And then this hack mutation game. This is part 2. So here we have this disc right here and then a second one. And then it also comes with this registration card on the back part of this manual. So this is definitely pretty sweet to find both of these games for great deals. So I was pretty thrilled when I saw all of these for some pretty great deals, and I can just add them to the collection. Then of course I got a little bit carried away when I went over to the VHS section. So I just went back, I found all of these pretty awesome nostalgic movies for me. So here I had to pick up some Jurassic Park. We have this Jurassic Park, an adventure 65 million years in the making. This even has this Blockbuster sticker on it. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I figured this would be great for the collection. And then even the Lost World Jurassic Park. So this is another great movie, another great one that I remember back in the day, and I had so much fun watching these movies. So the second that I saw this VHS section, I just fell in love, and I'll have to go back and get some video footage of the store. Picked up this copy of Back to the Future. So this is another classic movie, and this is just really cool to find. And then on to some Mortal Kombat. So I had to add this one to the collection. It says, nothing in this world has prepared you for this, Mortal Kombat. So this is pretty great to add as well. And this was also pretty cheap. And then this copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I had to add this one to the collection. It's not very often that I come across this movie, so I figured this one would be great, and this is just so cool to have, as I used to watch this back in the day on the VHS, so this is really cool. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with the past week of actually going out and yard sailing and finding some of these items in my local thrift store. So once again, all of these were scored for some pretty amazing deals. I'm glad that I added them to the collection, as I'm pretty positive that I don't have most of the items on this table. So these VHS tapes definitely are some throwbacks, as I remember watching some of these movies back on the VHS tape, and these are just some staples that everyone knows and loves. So I'm really excited to add these ones to the collection. And then a lot of these games, some I actually added for my weekly fitness updates, and I can use them to actually work out. So when I start changing some things up and trying to lose a little bit more and just shifting some things around, I now have some more games that I scored for some pretty great deals. And then these PlayStation 2 games, these are pretty solid games right here. And these are some that are just pretty difficult to find nowadays, and I scored them for some pretty great deals as well. And some of these staples over here for the Nintendo Wii, just great games to have. And then all of these Xbox 360 games, a lot of these I don't believe I have, and I'm really excited to try some of these out, as some I have no idea about, and some actually look pretty cool. So of course, let me know what you guys think about this pickup. Are any of these games some must-play games? Do you remember playing some of these ones from back in the day? If so, which ones were your favorites? And let me know what you think about these VHS tapes. Do you also collect some tapes as well? And do you remember watching these back in the day? So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.